Hello. Okay, folks. Let's do something a little different tonight. Alright, folks. Hello. Let's begin with something different tonight. As you know, I like cosmic horror, so let's read a little bit from one of my favorite stories of H.P. Lovecraft. It's a stormy night here, so why not? Let's begin with a story, or part of a story. It's quite a little bit long, The Call of Cthulhu. So, The Call of Cthulhu. Such great powers in being there in Gale. That's it. Alright, well, maybe not. It's too of a long one. Let's start with a quote. Of such great powers of beings, there may be conceivably a survival of a hugely remote period when consciousness was manifested perhaps in shapes and forms long since withdrawn before the tide of advancing humanity, forms of which prophecy and the legend alone have caught the flying memory and called the gods, monsters, mythical beings of all sorts of kinds. There's a quote that references the story by England Lockwood. Okay, let's read a little bit of Call of Cthulhu. This is how many pages? About 20-30 pages, I think, but we'll see how this goes. The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the inability... Oh, there's a quote right there. The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of Black Sea's infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far. The sciences, each straining in this one direction, have hit here, though, harmed us little, but someday the piercing together of dissociation knowledge will open up such terrifying visits of reality. Visits of reality, and our frightful position, therefore... Let's just go with the quote. Terrible reading. Try this again next time. Alright, anywho. We were playing Warchester Cthulhu. I played this game a while ago. There's been quite a few updates, and I have to reset my whole gameplay, so let's jump in. You're still locked after you. There's a lot of new stuff. Interesting. What chapter should we do? What mission?
I am but a herald of cosmic rebirth.
I gotta reset that. The screen's not working because I'm an idiot. Let's try that again. Once again, welcome. Yeah, I don't want to know all this.
Never wavering, my venerable High Priest. Your guidance has proven prophetic.
I'm gonna reset it so you get the whole story
The structure before us,
and all
etched with our
cutscenes.
Lord's symbols, emerged as if unveiled at our approach. A certain sign of our fated arrival to this prophesied land. We've reached the edge of his holy realm, YORE. High Priest.
Try this again. New game. There we go.
I am not a harbinger of destruction. I am but a herald of cosmic rebirth. Our purpose is not to sow chaos, but to embrace the inevitable evolution that awaits us all. Humanity is insignificant, pitiful in its smallness. Our existence is a fleeting whisper in the cosmic winds. And only by awakening Cthulhu can we transcend our feeble existence. In one profound act, we can shake the foundations of the universe. Let us awaken Cthulhu, for in his awakening lies the catalyst for a cascading effect that will reshape the cosmos, and a new order shall emerge. The path ahead is treacherous.
What do you want to know about Lovecraft? Just
Yet
ask.
it is the only path worth treading. Let us forge a destiny that transcends
We
the
will be doing story
mundane.
nights where I'll be reading from my tome here of Lovecraft tales. Sacrifices must be made.
Never wavering, my venerable High Priest. Your guidance has proven prophetic. The structure before us, etched with our Lord's symbols, emerged as if unveiled at our approach. A certain sign of our fated arrival to this prophesied land. We've reached the edge of his holy realm, YORE. High Priest, we may scavenge the fundamental provisions required for our settlements from the remnants of our ship's shattered hull. Your steadfast acolyte shall heed your command, toiling tirelessly at your behest. Our resources are dwindling, High Priest. Perhaps it's time your followers have proven their worth by constructing a lumberjack and lumber mill to secure our survival.
All these are going to have to be destroyed and rebuilt either way. I know what I have to do. Tonight's going to be about total immersion. Let's play games like DVD. Let me get some resources.
The sights await, High Priest, but it will be a true trial of your followers' capabilities to see if they can deliver on our expectations. High Priest, the erection of houses is necessary, for homeless followers will not perform any work.
Let's rotate.
We require workers.
No. Now that shelter is secure, your disciples stand prepared for labor, High Priest. Select your devoted followers and initiate the ceaseless work to advance our cause.
We require workers. O High Priest, I serve the deep. require workers, O High Priest.
Okay.
My High Priest, there is a matter that needs your attention and judgment. Show them the might of our God. Make them fear and...
Light these fires and watch that causes a slow and painful burn. Release the sacrifices from the fires. Yeah. They will burn. Slow and painful burn. Sacrifices must be made.
High Priest, have your senses been rekindled? At the culmination of the ritual, both of us fell into unconsciousness. And in that state, our God spoke to us through images and visions revealing the sacred truth. A vision of a perfect temple hanging by the edge of the holy abyss. Speak the command.
Sacrifice altar, yes.
Priest, and we shall erect this maiden monument bestowed upon us by our sovereign. High Priest, it is imperative that the sacrificial altar be erected at the designated location, facing the abyss that lies at the heart of this realm.
Yes, sacrifices must be made. Builders here. More homes.
Embrace your destiny.
Your station as immutable. Demonstrate worth through sacrificial tributes.
Yes, sacrifices must be made.
Fulfill the prophecy. Do you hear his whisper?
The fire was kindled, my High Priest. We must hastily commune with your faithful follower.
So I typically like to keep a sacrifice pile nearby. What's that?
Encountering the harbinger of God and the living conditions of your flock distort their minds. Pitiful, unenlightened souls. Yet, we should attend to their primal needs to amend this distraction. I have carefully recorded the needs of the faithful within their houses, all for your noble purpose.
Play.
We obey.
Begin by sating your followers' initial cravings. Construct the Elder's Temple and offer clan.
Oblivion beckons.
Blessed are we by the magnificent tendrils of our god's liege. But I will have to quell the fear in our faithful, guiding them to all.
Oblivion beckons. Fulfill the prophecy.
Cthulhu gets very, very, very demanding later on. That I know.
I serve the deep. We require workers, oh. High priest. We require workers, oh. High priest.
He will awaken. Oblivion beckons. Oblivion.
There are no materials, oh high priest.
serve the deep.
We obey. We obey. We obey. We require workers, O High Priest. We will be rewarded. I serve the deep. Our work for our God.
Oblivion beckons. Do you hear his whisper? Honor the teachings. Fulfill.
Worship the Great One. Worship the Great One. Our work for our God. Worship the Great One. We obey. Our work for our God. Worship the Great One.
Do you hear his whisper? Honor the Let us gather. We awaken.
no materials, O High Priest.
Honor the teachings. Embrace your destiny. Fulfill the prophecy. Honor the teachings.
I serve the deep, worship the Great One. We will be rewarded.
We will awaken.
Move that. Just need to move you.
We will be rewarded.
Hmm.
We obey.
Do you hear his whisper?
We will be rewarded.
High Priest, behold how your faith income swells. Your flock's primal desires and cravings have been sated, my High Priest, rendering them content and, most significantly, more devoted and productive in service to our sacred cause. Behold, your devoted acolytes stand ready, their zeal renewed, their faith unwavering, and eager to advance our noble pursuit.
Okay.
Your men have spotted a lone boat near our shore. It is in a... dreadful condition. If souls are on board, we shall seize them and use their essence to deepen our faith. Fulfilling the people's needs amplifies our faith income. Let us bolster our cult and see it flourish. The cult expands, its tendrils stretching beyond control. High Priest, let us convene in the main storage. I have a proposal for maintaining order. Do not hesitate. Build the ceremony hall.
Oh, I will. I need more resources first.
I serve the deep. Worship the Great One. I serve the deep. I serve the deep. We will be rewarded.
Oblivion beckons.
Didn't really do much till I get more wood.
Honor the teachings. Fulfill.
I serve the deep. require workers, oh... High Priest. We will be rewarded. We obey. Worship the Great One. We obey. Worship the Great One. Our work for our God.
As soon as I can get you more workers, I will.
Worship the Great One. I serve the deep. We obey. We will be rewarded. I serve the deep.
Do you hear his whisper? Honor the teachings.
We obey.
Alright, good. I need resources.
We will be rewarded.
He will awaken. He will awaken.
We need enough to build that.
Worship the Great One. Our work. Worship the Great One. Our work for our God. Worship the Great One.
We're gonna have to move that.
We will be rewarded. We obey.
Because there's more trees there. And they'll increase production.
We require workers, O High Priest.
Which I knew.
We require workers, O High
I
Priest.
know you. So assign you.
There are no materials, O High Priest. We obey. Worship the Great One.
Honor the teachings. Honor the teachings.
Our work for our God. We obey.
Fulfill the prophecy.
Let me speed things up. There. Faster, faster, faster! Alright, should be okay now. I sped things up.
The structure is complete. Let us gather your faithful and conduct the ceremony. Lead them toward purity and faith. Lead them toward fanaticism.
I'm literally just going to kill them. Well, it's actually worse than that. I need to get some more houses built either way. because I have 6 homeless people. I have my reasons.
He will awaken.
Alright.
Marking the
Fulfill
people
the
sets
prophecy.
their destined role within the cult. By your hand, your holy mandate is strengthening, as is your people's reverence, pushing them towards fanaticism.
We require workers, O High Priest.
Your strength must ascend if you are to rouse our slumbering roar from the depths. But grow human, and I shall illuminate the path.
What's he have for me now?
Your entreaties found favor, and thus came the reward. Now your god hungers for another offering. You lacking the vision. Lead them to the abyss as a sacrificial gift, and your wisdom shall be broadened.
High Priest, we must navigate the depths to claim distant shores and reach the unenlightened souls chosen to satisfy the hunger of our deity.
Let's invoke the primordial might of our Lord's abyssal servant, Azathiel, to extend our dominion over further realms.
Let us gather. Oblivion beckons. Oblivion beckons. Oblivion beckons.
I need to get this stuff up and running.
We need fields. obey.
Oblivion beckons.
We require workers. O High Priest. Worship the Great One.
Oblivion beckons. Oblivion beckons. Embrace your destiny. Fulfill the prophecy.
There are no materials, O High Priest. I serve the deep. We obey.
Embrace your destiny. Holy teachings.
Do. To the
Let
next
us
step.
gather. Oblivion beckons.
The sacrificial temple. Oh.
let us gather. Do you hear his whisper?
I know.
Embrace your destiny.
There is no outpost in range, O High Priest. workers, oh high. High priest. We require workers. O High Priest, worship the Great One. I serve the deep.
Right, well, it boosts this little thing. I'm BRBing. My knees are hurting. I need to stretch. So there are various other old ones in the world of H.P. Lovecraft. I will get a list of names later. They are weird. One of my favorites is Nyarlathotep. Oh, cool, I can build a thing now. Road. Let's do a sacrifice.
Summoning as a fear demands offerings of both materials and lives willingly surrendered.
As Theer?
High Priest, a group of your acolytes have beheld something in the distant waters. Bless them with your presence, and they will unveil its nature. High Priest, our Lord grants visions, beckoning people to our shores. They have arrived, the first of the faithful, beckoned to us by the grace of our God. Let us make the best use of this gift. Harness their toil and worship to strengthen our cause.
Oh, I see why.
High Priest, summoning horrors will require followers we cannot afford to lose. Yet, new arrivals come in small numbers due to the treacherous waters and mists. High Priest, ancient boulders and accursed debris bar the building site. Command your devoted to clear a path. The site for construction is ready. Erect a beacon altar to beckon more valiant souls towards the dream shroud, towards their new home. High Priest, if the production of essential goods falters, contemplate constructing additional buildings dedicated to their creation. Relocate workers from lesser tasks to bolster these vital resources, even at the cost of other productions.
work.
Oblivion beckons. Oblivion beckons.
We obey.
We will awaken.
You know, 1 of 110.
He will awaken. Do you hear his whisper?
We obey.
Embrace your destiny. Honor the teachings. Fulfill.
We will be rewarded. Worship the Great One. We require workers. Oh, hi.
Do you hear his whisper? Oblivion.
Our work for our God.
will awaken. He will awaken. Embrace your destiny.
We require workers. O High Priest, I serve the deep. We will be rewarded.
He will awaken. Embrace your destiny. Godly.
Our work for our God.
Yes, fear.
We obey.
Embrace your destiny.
We will be rewarded.
Do you hear his whisper? Let us get.
Alright, it's going to do whatever it's going to do. I'm going to save game. Alright, so I'm going to save game. I'm having issues. Sorry if I take the BRB screen down. I'm an idiot, but we're doing a game swap. So do whatever it's going to do, because as of now, it's just going to take time. Let's go back to Call of Cthulhu. Man, we could do DVT. continue the playthrough I'm doing. Second playthrough. You haven't seen me play this before. I'm trying to get the other two endings, so I won't be taking a single sip and invoking the language of Cthulhu 9 times. That's what I'm going for. So hold on to your sanity. It's about to get real. Redoing my skills. There's some stuff I missed last playthrough either way. So we're doing a little more exploring. And it begins. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who, in his cause, can remain sane in the cities, sane cities in H.P. Lovecraft. Oh, we'll be going back to Sinking City as well. I'm having issues with it though. If you're first time seeing me play through this game, this is my second playthrough. Remember everything you've been seeing here from the start of the game. Everything. Yes, I know. Hi, Leviathan.
What a putrid offering.
Fun. This game is terrifying.
Fight. You have been chosen.
Chosen.
Behold. Everything has already been written.
Remember everything you see here. This is very important.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
All this will make sense later on. All of it will make sense.
I hate whiskey.
Yeah, you still drink it. And no, I am not taking a drink.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it. I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage. It's been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares. Natural sciences, linguistics, a good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Tab, save.
I wonder why I still take these things. I have business here to attend to. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Been too long since I've slept in a bed. I used to be an avid reader. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce? Private investigator contracted
Edward
by the
Pierce?
Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again. Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Shipping label, okay. Some of this is unreal, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report, it says, the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on domestic accident, but they've nevertheless insisted on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live in Recluse. Yeah, okay. And let's look at this creepy painting.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things?
Have you seen the yellow sign?
What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But all I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater. I should get rid of all this stuff.
handle so much tonight. I swapped to another game soon.
We're almost there.
For a short game, there's a lot going on here. There really is.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
Nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Please, move back. Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go...
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy! They're cops. They can't understand.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy! They're cops. They can't understand.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat. These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them. Basilla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
I knew I missed a book. Fine.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir. This blackboard hasn't been used in a long while. Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Some of my medicine books. Interesting symbols. They're astrological.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although, these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder? I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain Cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine. Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Han, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Oh. Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water. Whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
That'll be all for now. The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
The Necronomicon.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I heard the Hawkins family owned a warehouse on the docks.
An old family of ship owners.
Tell me something I don't already know.
They were made much richer by the miraculous catch. You shouldn't talk about the dead like that. We're not speaking ill. We're just saying that Daniel Hawkins made a fortune without taking any risk. There! You're speaking ill, you see?
It's your proof that the miraculous catch really did happen.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof. Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
Okay then.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
What? Another? Can't you see that we're in the middle of a conversation? I told you to beat it. I told you to beat it.
Talk to you.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting. It looks like there's a way in under this grate. A handle. It must come from these old winches. A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil. This ratchet device seems to be usable.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her?
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Should be one more piece.
An old cogwheel. Rusty, but in working order.
Always a slider. Always a zipper.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway. Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
I'd like to know more about the Hawkins case.
I don't think so.
I'm not here to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce, private detective.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
My investigation has led me to this warehouse.
That case was closed months ago.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quiet.
The two guys behind...
They're
Enough of that.
Is it Cap? That statue... Peculiar. Isn't it? I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
And pick the lock. It's going to break. I don't have the right thing to do it.
Damnation. I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give. St. Brendan, desecrated. I can't even say which language is...
Back to these idiots.
You could tell me. No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to keep the... Now, that's...
Do that.
You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
I could use the... Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle. Damn, I broke it.
Another way in, but it's hard to do.
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
Your turf? That's news to me.
For a guy who has no idea, you've been doing a fair bit of poking around. My men saw you staking out the Hawkins warehouse.
Is that against the law?
I'm no idiot, Detective. I'll tell you how things work around here. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Is your name Kat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not. Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
I'll be fine.
Oh, I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm gonna have to deal with her.
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Apparently the book... And yes, you mean...
But I think...
Deal with her.
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah. Aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. Something that I respect. So understand by that, if I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
I'm fascinated by the history.
Huh, you now if you want.
I've got a few questions about the island.
I'm not here to give you information.
Is that more?
I'm the old, and they'll be
the old.
These people.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. And you didn't miss me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me, and I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
Do I have a choice?
Oh. Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit. And nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a song.
Yeah, so I'm gonna load up another game.
We saw this guy poking around here.
It's fine. He's with me.
Oh, okay.
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Oh, there's a lot.
What happened here? What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? Is this one of Sarah Hawkins? Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins? Can't sleep. I know how that feels. It smells as bad as it looks. Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! You again. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Look around. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This drink...
I'd like to...
Come on. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too...
Why, you...
Come on, we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Marcia threatened the police. I would have liked to have done that. Chapter 3.
The place has been abandoned.
Your part. I don't believe it's got... You're the one that... I prefer goody. Night. Why not?
Right. Let's go.
Alright. I can breeze through this game pretty quickly, but... Let me see if the game's up and loaded. Do what everyone do game. Which game I'm gonna play now? Alright. Probably going to end here. Thanks for watching.